Once upon a time, there was a king in the land of Persia named Kavus. He lived in a grand palace with tall pillars, evergreen gardens, and pools full of shiny golden fish. Guards stood at the doors all day, and inside the palace, you could always hear poetry, music, and people telling magical stories. Kavus was a handsome, proud, and very ambitious man. He wanted Persia to be bigger, greater, and stronger. But he had one special trait. He was a big dreamer. He always thought of wild things, even if they were really risky or didn't make much sense. One time, he even decided he wanted to fly into the sky using giant birds. He'd say, "Why should I only walk on the ground? I should be the king of the skies too." The wise men and elders warned him many times, "Our great king, some things must be done with wisdom and care, not just dreams and wishes." But Kavus didn't listen to their warnings. Sometimes he made choices that put the whole kingdom in danger. Deep down, Kavus really wanted everyone to see him as a brave and smart king. But he also had a curious heart and a tiny bit of doubt. He often thought, "Why are we always so careful? Why should we always be afraid? Can't we be a little braver?" He wanted people to know that the king of Persia wasn't just someone with a crown, but someone who could face the biggest challenges and win. His heart was full of big dreams. Sometimes he even felt like people only respected him for his power, not for his kind heart or real courage. Kavus whispered to himself, "I want to do something so amazing that everyone says, 'Our king isn't just royal, he's a real hero.' But how? Which path should I take?" Just then, two merchants came back from a journey and asked to see the king. They knelt before him and said, "O great king, we have returned from the north, from a faraway land called Mazandaran." Kavus asked, curious, "Mazandaran? What kind of place is that?" The merchants said, "Mazandaran is full of deep, wild forests, tall, misty mountains, and, the scariest thing, it's ruled by demons. Demons with scary faces, thunderous voices, and magic so strong it can steal your sleep." The king jumped to his feet. His eyes sparkled. "Demons? You mean magic and dark powers?" The merchants, trembling, said, "Yes, your majesty. The ruler there is called the White Demon. They say even birds are too scared to fly over that land." Suddenly, Kavus, the Dreamer King, got super excited. He thought to himself, "If I conquer the land of demons, if I defeat the White Demon, and add Mazandaran to Persia, then my name will shine in history forever." The advisors rushed in, scared and worried. One of them said, "O mighty king, that land is full of magic and danger. No one has come back from there in years. We don't even have a map." But Kavus replied, "Even better, then I'll be the first king to bring those demons to their knees." Then he smiled and in a strong voice said, "I want to go, not just for power, but to prove that I can overcome my fears." And just like that, the king made his big decision to go to Mazandaran and face the demons. That very night, he gave the order to prepare for the journey. The royal army had to get ready to head toward the mysterious land of Mazandaran, not knowing what dangers were waiting ahead. Early in the morning, the king's army marched toward Mazandaran, with the sound of drums and trumpets echoing through the land. The soldiers, in their shiny armor and tall spears, looked like a parade of power. Kavus proudly rode his beautiful white horse and shouted, "We are the princes and heroes of this land. No demon can ever defeat us." The king and his army crossed mountains and fields until they reached the borders of Mazandaran. But the closer they got, the more the demons attacked, using their magic tricks and strange, unnatural powers. A fierce and scary battle broke out between the king's army and the demon army. Cries and roars filled the air. Then suddenly, the white demon appeared, the biggest and scariest of them all. He had a terrifying face, white skin, and eyes that burned like fire. He charged straight at the king, and before Kay Kavus could do anything, the demon captured him. And just like that, the king was taken to a dark, cold castle, locked away where only wild demons and scary shadows lived. The white demon cast a dark spell on the king's eyes, and Kay Kavus could no longer see a thing. News of the king's capture spread everywhere, even reaching the city of Zebul, home of the great warrior Zal. Zal, deeply worried, turned to his son and said, "Rustam, the king has been taken, and he's lost his sight. If we don't act now, our whole land will be in danger." Rustam, heart heavy with sadness and anger, clenched his fist and said, "I can't let this happen to Persia. I'll go and rescue the king, even if I have to fight 1,000 demons." Rustam, the mighty hero of Persia, was one of the strongest and bravest men in all of history. Everyone had heard stories of his strength and courage, and they all respected him. But Rustam wasn't just a warrior. He was a symbol of hope and bravery for all the people of Persia. Unlike the king, Rustam always thought things through before acting. He wasn't reckless. He believed that every mission needed a smart plan, and that rushing into danger could lead to failure and heartbreak. He knew how dangerous the demons of Mazandaran were. If someone went unprepared, they might lose, and the people would lose hope too. That's why Rustam waited. He trained, he got ready, and just when everyone thought help would never come, boom! Rustam would show up like thunder, full of strength and bravery, and shock everyone with his power. Rustam had a very special horse named Raksh. But Raksh wasn't just a horse. He was a true hero, just like Rustam. He was from a rare, powerful breed, with skin that shimmered red gold in the sunlight like fire. His mane was thick and long, and his eyes sharp and wide. Raksh was with Rustam through every journey, every battle, every desert and mountain. If Rustam fell asleep, Raksh would wake him. If enemies hid nearby, Raksh would neigh to warn him. He wasn't just a horse. He was Rustam's best friend, brave, smart, and loyal, even if the enemy was a demon or a dragon. So after talking with his father Zal, Rustam went home and got ready for the big journey. He put on his steel armor, sharpened his sword, and grabbed his giant mace. Everyone admired him, but Rustam had only one thing on his mind: saving the king and bringing justice and peace back to his land. Zal looked at him and said, "My son, this journey is full of danger. The demons use every trick they've got. Stay sharp and trust in God." Rustam replied, "I know God is with me and will help me. I believe in myself and in Raksh. No demon can stop us.